Hello Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Take away only what resonates for you and release the rest. Do remember you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's set the intention to get Libra some clear, helpful, insightful messages wherever they're at on their spiritual journey right now. All right, we're going to do a spread about who or what is coming into Libra. Who's coming into Libra? Libra's energy. Who's coming in? What are they presenting at? What does their energy look like right now? All right. Ooh, they're feeling confident that they want to make an offer to you. They're feeling confident that they want to flirt. They want to converse with you. There's like a lighthearted kind of let's have some fun and see what's up energy. So what are their plans? What's going on in the plans? They're thinking about it. There might be a little bit of strategic energy here. I don't necessarily mean that in a negative way. I think I got to pull some more cards here. I think their plans are also maybe to not rock the boat with you, to approach this in a peaceful way where, it's like no agitated energy. It's like, I'm hearing like say what you mean and mean what you say. I don't think this person wants to entertain anything that leaves them feeling confused or questioning, probably because they've been in relationships like that before. So I think with these two cards, there's authentic self-expression, which I really like. But with the Page of Wands, there is an element of like, let's keep it light. Let's not jump in head first to like this really intensely passionate relationship, because then it's gonna mess up our good vibes, right? So I think there's something like, let's take this a day at a time. Let's appreciate it. Let's enjoy it for what it is. And I think this person is not wanting things to get messy or complicated too quickly. Cheers to that. So what are they thinking about Libra, or what are they communicating? They're obsessed with you. I mean, they're definitely thinking about the sex stuff. I'll give you that. It's possible that this person is still dealing with the, I'm hearing residual effects from an ex. Not necessarily that, well, give me one more on that. Yeah, I think this is more the releasing of negative people or situations from their past that still does take a toll on them or play a role in how they operate out in the real world. And here's the thing, that message is not unusual. I think that happens to many, many, many people out there where, you're not in love with your ex anymore, but I think it's very common that when you go through something, whether you love them or hate them or somewhere in between, it does leave a lasting impact on you. And in this case, it does feel like there was confusion with an ex in terms of what they wanted, or what they were communicating to what might be your person, Libra. And so that's why this energy makes sense to me, is that they don't want the confusion. It's like they're purposely trying to match with people who they're on the same page with, they're at the same level, and I don't think they're wanting to plunge into anything too deeply because they don't want to add unnecessary confusion before you guys even kind of figure out what this is or have a chance just to enjoy it and have fun. I'm not saying it has to be completely platonic, right? That's definitely on the board here, but there's something more like sensual about this energy with the moon. It's a little bit more like, I'm going to say it, Libra, this is a little bit more like making love energy versus just like, you know what I mean? Like it's not that like, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not super aggressive. It's a little bit more like ease and dreaminess and kisses and sensuality. That's more what I'm getting from this. Okay, here we go. I don't think this person necessarily is hung up on their ex. I think there was some damage done and they're still healing from it. That's the message I get from this. They also may have work responsibilities that, to be honest, they have no interest in them, but ultimately they are responsibilities that need tending to as well. So it might feel like they're not able to see you as much as they would like. But again, I actually think it's healthy and that you guys are taking it a day at a time. And then emotionally, what is the emotional truth of this person in regards to Libra? What is their emotional truth? What's going on in the feeling sector? Let's see. There's something spicy here. One more card. So, a couple things. I love that the King and Queen of Cups came out together. I just want to make sure that is indicative of how they're feeling about you. It's like they potentially see maybe long-term potential, but a really good pairing. I think it's like you guys have a playful banter. You guys have like witty banter. You have good chemistry. You have a good good like teammate energy. Yeah, I'm hearing like you guys balance each other out. The only thing I don't like about this is with these two coming up and there's conflict. With the Five of Wands, it could be. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's just playful competition. It's like giddy energy. It's feisty. Again, it's sassy. It's like you guys are sassy with each other in like a cute way. If it's not that, it can indicate fighting and quarreling. So couple storylines here. There could be a storyline where your person comes from a family of divorce or a broken home where mom and dad were constantly fighting or at each other's throats. That's possible. Also, I want to indicate too, is there already a couple in existence here? In which case, is this person trying to come in and flirt with you even though they know like the temptation is there? But if you're already connected with someone else, I don't love third party stuff. I got to be honest. And I mean, I say that from a non-judgmental point of view. I guess it does sound judgmental. Let me finish though. What I mean by that is it rarely works out. Very rarely do I see a tarot spread where it starts off as a third party and then before you know it, they leave their husband, they leave their wife, and they marry you. Like that is like, I don't even want to say the Cinderella story. I think it's giving it too much credit, but like that storyline very rarely works out. That being said, as a tarot reader, I'm a realist. I know that stuff happens. I know third party stuff takes place. I'm just saying tread lightly if that's the case. Don't get overly invested in something if you know this person isn't free, or vice versa for my Libra cross watchers. Just saying. That's not the first message that came out though. So just, take it if it resonates. If not, release it. So in regards to this storyline, the energy coming through here, what can I tell Libra? How's their energy matching? How are they showing up in this reading in alignment with this person, if at all? What card represents Libra? Oh, they're not talking to me. They're not sticking out. What card best represents Libra? Thank you. Ooh, all right. So you're still mourning or grieving the loss of something or going through some sort of difficult period. I'm hearing the dark side of the moon. Interesting. Maybe you need to listen to the little Pink Floyd out there, Libra. The upside to this, what is the expression? The glass half full version of this, when you are ready to, is that there seems to be a fire sign who is interested in you, but you might not be open to receiving that affection or attention because you're still mourning the loss of something. I'm wondering if that's what this might be. It could be that this person wants to come in and they're not trying to upset your energy because they know that you've been through a hard time, and so they're trying to be compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic to your plight in terms of maybe going through a breakup or a divorce of some kind. Again, not for everybody. You'll know if that's your story though, right? In which case, your main focus right now, the thing is, in your energy, you are showing up as the Queen of Wands. So when you allow yourself to grieve and mourn and allow those feelings to come and be expressed, which is crucial, right? That's a crucial part of grieving. I think the Queen of Wands is essentially getting their confidence back, getting their zhuzh back, feeling ready to go out and meet the world again. And so you might be kind of in a transitional phase where you're not quite feeling at your best, and that's okay. You don't need to rush it. I think this person will wait. With Capricorn energy, and especially with the Four of Swords, there's an incredible patience to this. It's like, I'm not trying to rush the process. I want to enjoy and have fun and be with you, but not if it's going to disturb you and upset you or bring back a flood of, memories of your ex that isn't, I don't know. There might be an ex involved here on the peripheries, on the fringes, or however you want to say it. I don't necessarily think it's third party. I think someone is grieving the loss of it. So in terms of your plans with this person, Libra, you seem apprehensive. And I don't even know if it's in regards to this person, because maybe this person hasn't shown themselves yet. There's almost something about, like I said, the dark side of the moon, right? That's very interesting, that the moon and then this black card, right? I think everything is symbolic. The fact that I mentioned that, I'm not exactly sure what that's in reference to, but it could be the idea of like a dark horse, something appearing out of the blue, and maybe you weren't ready or anticipating it. Yeah, your energy in terms of building with this person or your goals or plan of action, it's not a great action card. It's very much like, I got to assess where I'm at now and tend to my responsibilities, tend to my body, tend to my mental health, whatever it is. It's a Saturn ruled card, so it does express to me that some of my Libras out there are going through a bit of a struggle. Yeah, you tend to be, you're like in hermit mode right now. You're not looking to make grandiose love gestures or connections, Or if one comes into you, I think you might find it underwhelming. And here's the thing for my cross watchers, it has nothing to do with you. It's that Libra isn't in a place to see the value of this relationship yet because they're still tethered to the past and a connection or something that they're grieving and they're losing. They're not in a good vibration to receive something positive, if that makes sense. And I don't mean to sound rude or condescending to you, Libra. It's just you're in a state where it's like your best guidance is to tend to yourself and work on yourself right now. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but the thing is, here there is someone who wants to quote unquote play. There's someone who wants to hang out and enjoy your fun and be social with you. But this kind of feels like energy where it's like you don't even have the energy to be social. So if that's the case, you need to listen to your body. All right, real quick. What is Libra either communicating or thinking about this person? What is Libra thinking or communicating about this person? So you do have a good communication card. I think you're on the fence about communicating. This almost feels like, can I get a rain check? It's not that you're trying to be rude or dismiss this person. It's that whatever you're going through is really taking priority right now. It's taking the light. And so I think you might even be flattered that this person is interested in you or asking you out, but it's almost like you don't want to string them along or give them a false impression that you're ready to be in a partnership when you're not. So in that way, I actually think you're being quite wise with Hermit energy. I think you are being sympathetic to other people's emotions and feelings. And so I think you'll return the message. I think you'll return the call, but I think you may ask for a rain check because your priority right now is to work on your own stuff. And energy changes, Libra, right? So maybe you take a good 2 weeks to focus on you. And then you start getting your groove back and you're like, okay, I want to go out and at least just grab coffee with someone. It doesn't mean you have to date them. You don't have to go to bed with them, right? There is this energy of like getting back out there and being social because you got the light, right? If you're shown as the Queen of Wands, it's like you're fire, There's something beautiful and energizing about being in the warmth and in the light and sharing that gift with others. So yeah, don't deny other people the privilege and the pleasure of being with you, and vice versa. There's probably something energetically that you can gain by hanging out with this person. And so maybe if you're not wanting to date, maybe you're just reaching out to your friends in Aquarius season, right? Aquarius is the sign of friendship. So that's what this could be. You may decide to just be friends with this person, or you may be meeting up with, your best friends to talk about what's going on, or the opposite, to completely disengage from that and just live in the moment and be present and do something that's going to raise your vibration. What is the emotional truth of what's going on here? I do feel like for one or two of you too, there may have been someone who came in to flirt with you and you know that they're married, and so you're not engaging. You're disappointed that they're married or connected to someone, but that's why you're not like pursuing this, because you know that you can't. That could be the Saturn energy too. And so I will say, to your credit, Libra, that shows a lot of maturity, that you're not looking to tango in something that is, if it's going to be a third party, I think you're kind of like hands off. For some of you, you're like, I've done that before and I'm not interested in it. And so no, like I'm not entertaining like trickster energy of, are they eventually going to choose me? It's like, especially the male probably has two options and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that's true for all of you. I do actually think there's some really nice energy here too, but you may view that as just a friendship more than anything romantic. So what is the emotional truth? Let's say of the person who is not, okay. Universe is saying do it in the other direction. What is the emotional truth for Libra who's connected to someone who is not really available or single? Yeah, I think you're still going to be thinking about them. You may even be tempted to communicate with them. And here's the thing, I'm not going to tell you that you should or shouldn't. You need to be able to make that decision for yourself. But I do think there's a dawning of a new day. I think there's a recognition of where you hold yourself back. And for a lot of you, it's entertaining third-party options. And I have to be honest, Libra, I see a turning of the tide there where you stop yourself. And you choose to take the higher road. You choose to go in another direction, even if that means having to be single a little bit longer and wait for something good to come in. I think that's what this is. I'm getting very strong Leo energy from that. Leo or Aries energy from someone who's coming in without ties to any other person. Yeah, wait for those messages and put an ending to what's making you feel like garbage. If someone isn't making you their priority and they're making someone else a priority, that tells you a lot, doesn't it? I think there's positive messages coming in. But yeah, if it resonates, a lot of you need to disengage from the couple. Unless that's your thing, right, Libra? But I don't think it is. For the majority. I shouldn't make assumptions out there, but okay. Let's do a couple oracle cards. For Libra. Actually, you know what? Let's do something brand new. I can just tell my Libras need that this week. Like, it's close to Valentine's Day. I don't want you to be at home, like, crying. So let's give them some hope. Let's set the intention. If Libra is able to disengage from any third-party activity, if that was even a storyline, and it wasn't for all of you, but if that was the case, if Libra is grieving the loss of something and they are ready to move on, if they're looking for something new, something fun, something playful, something exciting, whatever it is they're looking for, let's kind of zoom out. Let's get a longer timeline. What is something that Libra can look forward to? See how that popped right out? The Fool. Yeah, that's the key. You got to disengage from anything that lowers your vibe. Some of you, pet therapy, animal therapy is tremendously helpful right now. I also think hanging out with your best friend, I'm hearing Aquarius or possibly another Libra, hanging out with your best friend, it's going to raise your vibe. Some of you, it's like you're going to go shoe shopping and it's going to be great. That feels like such a Libra message. What else? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding that in order to make a love relationship work, you have to put in all this effort and it has to be such a struggle because it'll be worth it in the end. I think the universe is saying, you're looking at this the wrong way. It doesn't need to be hard. You're choosing people and matching with people who you see it as an opportunity, but it's a project, and something about that, I'm not sure what the psychological reasoning behind that is, but it's like that lights you up to be like, oh, okay, like I got to roll up my sleeves and do the work. And maybe it has to do with proving your worth in a relationship by showing the other person that you can come in and rescue them and save the day. It says something about you, and the universe is like, no, that was never what this was about. This is about you learning healthy boundaries and understanding that it's okay to let other people take care of you. You don't have to rescue everyone else. And you shouldn't be. I don't like the word rescue, but I do kind of sense that maybe that's what you were doing, is you were putting in all the effort and, bending over backwards to make it work with a person who they were just kind of like, eh. And I think that's the lesson there. It's like, okay, well, match their energy. If they're giving you nothing, that's what you're going to give to them. Versus if they're opening the door to have fun and do this and let's do that, then yeah, match that energy. I think that's the key. You got to match the energy. Look at you, Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Coins, and the 3 of Swords. Yeah. Understand that you're not being punished. I think when the 3 of Swords comes up, which is a Libra card, there is a little bit of growing pains here, and ultimately it is for your best and highest good. Saturn really teaches us harsh lessons, but ultimately it gets us to succeed in the long run because we become the master of ourselves, the master of our lives, our love lives. And so I think this is saying, by acknowledging and allowing yourself to work through what was a challenge, maybe caused a little bit of pain or heartbreak, it's setting you up for Wheel of Fortune and 10 of Coins. It's like, this is what you've always wanted. I think you also have to raise your standards. What is it that you want in the long term, not just the short term? I think that's an important question to ask with the Wheel of Fortune. Who or what might be coming into Libra in the coming months? Let's say like 2 months-ish or whatever. Zodiac signs that might be coming in for Libra. So you have Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right. Love it. All right. Love that message for you. All right. Let's do Wisdom of the House of Night for Libra. Is there an oracle card that would be appropriate to share with Libra at this time? Fulfillment. Celebrate your choices at this time, for you have drawn the symbol of fulfillment. Now is the time to integrate and digest what you have learned as of late. Savor every moment and know that every encounter is intended to feed your soul. You are meant to have a rich, satisfying life and taste all the experience life has to offer. Look around and recognize all the ways that your life is already full. You have so many reasons to feel good about yourself. All is well and will be when you choose fulfillment. Something about wine might be of significance to you. Some of you may be doing like a wine bar tasting, or maybe that's something you do career-wise, or you meet a sommelier, or maybe you're going to Napa Valley, or I don't know. There's some important storyline with wine for some of you. The idea of being wined and dined by someone. Healthy choices, self-love, self-care, be happier, love, and life. And then not today, boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, and still upset. I have to be honest, that was kind of coming up in your energy, so know that that's okay. It's okay to not feel awesome, and to take a break and check out a little bit and focus on your own wellness, your mental health, your emotional health. And know that, true to Libra form, you don't have to do it alone, It doesn't have to be a punishment, confide in your best friend, that sort of thing. But sometimes it is energetically rewarding, and it's good to recharge and take a hot bath or something, something that you can do on your own that you would enjoy and look forward to, All right, for Libra. And then gratitude and thanks. What a beautiful card. That feels very Libra-esque to me. Libra energy there. All right, let's see if we can find this sucker. Gratitude and thanks, 42. 42. It's easy to take the good things for granted, especially at times when bad stuff is overwhelming. But those are the moments when it's most important to pause and give thanks for what you do have instead of dwelling on what you don't. If you are dealing with a health issue, focus on the parts of your body that work correctly, or thank the ones without issue for doing the best they can under the circumstances. Don't have enough money? Be grateful for what you do have, and especially give thanks to people who are there for you in both good times and bad. Scientific studies have proven that an attitude of gratitude is actually healthy. But you already knew that, didn't you? Sometimes all we need is a little reminder to be grateful and to say thank you. All right, Libra, that's what I got for you. Thanks for joining me today. Please like the video. That would be greatly appreciated. If you want to hit the like button, show me some love in the comments. All that helps this reading find a greater audience on YouTube, and it helps my channel grow. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I post readings. And if you want more content, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I'm the Intuitive Teacup, and I will see you soon for more tarot.